Hey guys, today we are working on a double convection oven range, Imperial, with a 36-inch range, 36-inch flat grill. We're gonna be replacing the door hinge assembly. As you can see, the springs on this thing is worn. Open it up here. Just taking a quick glance at the hinges. They're shot to death. The door is still a little worn, but we should be able to work with that. And I see that over here, they're also missing the handle. So we're gonna go ahead and order the handle assembly as well for the right side of it. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys how to get this door off and replace this assembly. Okay. So to remove these Imperial doors, sometimes they're screwed down, but I rarely find them screwed down, only on newer units, because the techs that worked on them previously tend to leave the screw out of the hinges. You see how that falls. That's how you know it's all bad. There's no close to it whatsoever. So we really just want to get this to an angle that you like, and it pulls right out. So you see we got rivets mounting in this oven door, the back side to the frame side. So it's 4 on the bottom total, 3 on the top total. I've already started drilling them out. I got all the ones out the bottom. I mean out the top. Let's go ahead and get these ones out the bottom. You see I already got this one out the way, so we still got 1, 2, and then 3 over here in the corner. Underneath all the crud. You just want to get a bit that's gonna be around the size of the hole of your rivet. What you really want to do is break that cap. See, you really just want to break that cap off the top of the rivet. Got a lot of gunk over here. You gotta find that joker. There it is. There's also 2 7/16 bolts right there holding on that back side of the handle. Understand that goes through the door and to the front. So that's also mounted on this back plate. Go ahead and pop those out too. Now I see on the other door handle assembly that's missing on the other oven, the part that this thread is on the other side is stripped out. So I'm not even gonna go at this with a drill because I see that those threads are nice and soft. I'll go at this with my hand ratchet. Okay, pop that off. That assembly comes out like so. Okay. And then we just kind of pry it. You know, we want to pry around, get this thing loose. Sometimes it may be hard due to grease build up. You just want to do what you can to get this assembly loose from this, get the back cover loose from the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this. I'll be back once I got it out. Okay, so we got the door separated. Here's the hinge assembly here. They still have seen better days. That spring's decent. But look at this one, this thing is coming apart. No spring action here. So to get this out, we got 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then also, we're gonna have to drill a hole over here to put in a long screw to close this door switch down here. That door switch right there. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this popped out. I'll let the video run while I do. Okay. All right, so these bolts are also 7/16. I'm gonna use my impact gun, but I'm gonna go ever so soft. don't want to break any threads. And I'm going soft with these things in there. When I'm driving back in, I most definitely will be using my nut driver. Garbage. Set this out the way. And we'll get our replacement. It'll drop in just as easy as the old one came out. And like I said, I'm going back in with the nut driver. I don't want to damage any threads. I'll do a couple times on each one, just so I can make sure that all the holes are lined up. Sometimes when you tighten one and then the next and then the next, those last couple holes won't line up and you end up having to loosen everything up again. Remember, so let me show you this part. There's two different bolts, bolts. One is longer, one is shorter. The shorter ones go up here where the assembly creases in. The longer ones are made to go through this bar down into the thread below. Now I start to tighten them up all the way. And once I got them in, I'll just give them a little tap with my, no, I won't even do that. I was gonna say I give them a little tap on my impact, but I'm pretty strong. Pretty sure I can put enough torque on them with my bare hands. And try to make sure not to touch this fiberglass insulation. Anybody that's worked with it knows it is a pain. You go home, take a shower, lay in your bed, you feel it all in your skin. Okay, we got that new assembly in there. Springs are much better. And we'll return the front panel to position. Now, no doubt you'll have to work it on there. It'd be too much like right if it just went right back on. Sometimes you have to use a screwdriver. Work this thing back on here. Okay, it's back on there. And know that you're gonna have to re-rivet the holes, so make sure you got your holes lined up correctly. I've seen technicians just pop screws in them because they don't want to deal with the rivets. They'll have to revisit. But I'm just gonna do rivets. These are 3/16 rivets. Make sure you get 3/16 rivets. All right, so after you got your rivet holes all lined up, you wanna make sure that these holes are lined up on the top and the bottom before you put any rivets in. Like I said, we're gonna use the 3/16 rivets, like so, and just pop them in. Even if they don't go in, I'll show you a little trick that I use for that. I'm gonna place them where they need to be. And then when I get stubborn rivets like that, grab my needle nose. It's something heavy. If you got a hammer, that's ideal. But you wanna set the needle noses right on the cap of the rivet. Bang that right there. Right on the cap of the rivet. Bang that right in there. Take your rivet gun and set them. You got it up right, you might as well go ahead and install the handle assembly. So this is normally 2 pieces. Go ahead and slide that in like so. Slide that into the other mount over there. And where are my bolts? Now remember, on this one, there's also the bolts. One is longer, one is shorter. That's because on the back part here, this one goes here. This portion of the oven door is raised, and this one is lower. So the longer one, of course, goes here. The shorter one goes there. Okay. My camera somewhere I can appreciate. Go through the hole. Find your hole. Find your thread. Always hand tighten to start. Now I'm doing the top. And again, I'm gonna tighten these up with the nut driver because I do not want to break any threads. 7/16 driver. All right, make sure your handle's secure. Good to go on that. Now again, you see how this is the old assembly. It has this long screw here, and that is to engage the micro switch on the door switch, the micro switch door switch. So it's about 1/2 inch from the bottom. I'm gonna measure 1/2 inch on the new assembly, mark my spot, and go ahead and drill out a sizable hole so that I can take this nut and bolt out and install it over there. Because if not, when the oven won't work in oven mode because that switch is gonna think that the door is open. And in fan mode, it'll just run continuously. Door open or door closed. So let's drill out that hole, get this switched over. All right, so I went ahead and marked my spot right there, about 1/2 inch up from the edge. I'm gonna take my bit, I'm using a 1/4 inch bit. I'm gonna drill this sucker out slowly so I don't kill my gun. Okay, so I just removed this from the old unit, from the old assembly, the nut and bolt. Get it through there. Go ahead and get that thread going. And get this put back on the door. Or get the door put back on the oven. Excuse me. So when reinstalling the door, you just kind of want to. There's two little inserts right here that these legs slide into. These are the actual springs. Just kind of want to sit them in there and close the door. And what I do, just bang on the bottom to the floor, right in there. Double check and make sure the switch is good. You see how now, just closes. And that's what you want. Let me just make sure I get ignition. Open the door, fan should turn off. Let you know that the door switch is good. Tell it to cool down mode. Door closed. The fan won't work. You have to open the door because it's meant to cool the oven down. And that's golden. So I'm gonna go ahead and order the handle assembly for this unit over this oven over here, and they'll be good to go. Good deal.